last call. If I don't get this right, I'm fucking not allowed to do any more tonight. But what is right? There is no wrong. There's no right. This is art. There's no right or wrong. But I'm a hyper fucking maniac. That's the problem. The problem is me. I realize it's not the shit I'm blaming a lot of the times. It's me, or it's something weak in me, some kind of malfunction in me, and I blame it on the thing, on the person, whatever. You know, it's like you do it naturally. Well, I don't. I do it naturally, and I probably do, but I can't be perfect. So just stick with the best that I can. What a confusing fucking sentence that was. I confused myself. Holy Christ. Okay, well, as usual, get through it, don't stop, the date, February, today has, March 10th, 2020, my name is Jason, thanks for clicking on my video. I'm looking for the right words right now, and what it is I'm trying to think of, like, how can I accurately conceptualize with conceptual sophistication and put into words what it is I'm doing here with these vlogs and stuff, other than documenting things for me. But yeah, it's just, that's all it is I'm just what's the word keeps escaping me, like it's like a dissection, that's it, dissection, self-dissection. All these journals, this is my third video. Of all these videos I've made, I think it's 176 I've done since I started this channel, but this is learning, still learning, but of all of them, or I should say the time since I started the channel, I don't know why they have me as 2014, YouTube has me as a creator since, maybe I was when the YouTube account was, but I didn't make my first video to 2018. Oh no. Yes, 3. So since February 18 I started making the videos, and now we're in March of 20. Scratch that, I got the whole year messed up. February 19th. It was February 19th. Let's try it again for the year, Jay. 4th time. February 2019 is when I started the channel. And since then, that date until today, I have been trying to get myself to two things. Well, in my mind, I was like, yeah, I want to do a vlog every day. 365 days for the whole year, make a record or something. I haven't even done a week yet. So my goal is to do, this week is 7 days for the YouTube channel, and this is day number 3. It helps me sleep better at night when I get my daily goals done. I suggest you try it. And I am all for even little things, like I'm a little obsessive, but my mind, my theory is, to how to kill chaos and how to, shut it down, take its power away is easy. I have a formula that will work for any instance of chaos. You can apply it applicable to all. Just order. You bring order to chaos, just like you bring weakness to, you bring strength to combat weakness, to get that desirableness out, order to chaos. And that's everything from fucking people in your heads, put them in order, to the ashtray, or, fixing up the sock drawer. I don't know, for me, I find like like I said, really obsessive with it now. I can't leave my room, the bedroom, without, not only the bed, well, I make the bed as soon as I wake up every day, but the rest of my room has to be, like, it can be nothing on my dressers, all my stuff put away. I have to give it a look when I leave the room. I have to, and if nothing pisses me off, if everything is put away where it's supposed to be and neat, then I go. But like I will, it's habit now, routine. Like if a little thing is out, like a drawer or something, I'll go in and I'll close the drawer and come back out. But what I'm saying is, I didn't always used to be this tight with it, but as I'm applying it everywhere, I'm applying it to mental things as well, and I can't illustrate that, but I find it's working, it helps. Fundamental thing in there, though, that has to come from you, me, people doing, is the action. We have to generate the action and put our bodies and self into momentum, into flow. And then that's it. And then you do the right thing and you let the universe handle it from there. It's like detaching from the outcome. That's it. But you have to do your part. And my little thing, adding on to the half part, you have to do your part. I say you have to do your part and a little more. I always do. Anything I'm into and I'm doing, whatever, always do a little more. Always do more, not to say I did more, or more, for yourself. Because what happens inside, let's use snow shoveling, for example. Alright, you shovel in your house. You have one walkway to the door, you have one that goes to the back, but you don't really use it in the winter that much. So normally you would just leave it not shovel or something. Or worse yet, is like doing a shitty shoveling job where it's barely you can walk through, not clear. But so let's use the path. So you did your regular shoveling. Alright, that's the main thing that had to get done. Bare minimum that had to get done. But it's okay. Yeah, bare minimum. So you can either do the bare minimum always in life, everywhere, or you can do a mix of bare minimum. I'm kind of trying, I'm kind of ambitious, I kind of want to get going, and you can have that kind of low vibe fucking mixture. Yeah. It is to, this is a good way I can put it. I'm reading some of these, a lot of this stuff comes though from the martial arts, karate. My first school in particular, my teacher used to talk. We used to have these, he would talk while we were training sometimes, and it's like, I used to call them the talks. I used to love the talks, and just listen and take all this advice on life, and I was really into these advice on life outside. That's why I went to the school, really. My main thing was I never had a desire to be black belt and all that. I went there because I knew my life was fucked up, and I was only 20 years old, and I was, had already dropped out of college to get this new vehicle. I got the new vehicle, and I lost it a year after that because insurance was over $5,000. They raised it, and I couldn't afford the payments and the $5,000 a year insurance. So now here I am out of college, and I don't have that job that I had. I was getting unemployment, and I lost my Jeep, and now I'm on foot, and girlfriend, we had broken up, I was with nobody, 20, you know, and I was drinking, drugging, badly, hyper excessive, how I am. So, and I just knew, you know, that voice inside me, you know, was like, you gotta do something. And I was just right, how is this getting into, you know what, it's a free flow, it can go wherever the fuck it wants, Jason, just make it have a point. Chaos to order, getting back to that. All right, it is, yeah, I'm saying, I remember a lot of part of this concept from my teacher, and I'm just remembering too much, I'm sorry. It's a good idea to make yourself do things you don't want to do. I highly recommend it all the time, because it's discipline for the act of the discipline, you know. People just discipline, not just lifting weights and martial arts and shit like that, because it's not just, you know, the mental, the physical disciplines, you know, that's I find the easier of the two. Neither of them are easy, but the physical discipline is way easier for me to control than it is for my mental discipline. But I find that in these even little meaningless seeming tasks that you go the extra mile for, that you don't have to, I've found that by doing them, what happens after I just doing it all, and then I just started, my mind, I guess after 30 days or whatever, started picking up on it, and then it started applying it to other things. But with that same kind of, you know, logic, like the purpose for it. You know? So, yes. And that brings me to my one and only point, really, that I had before I started talking about something else. And that is my apple face. No. It is this journal. I was working on my book earlier today, the one that's going to be a combination of taking like a handful of, I haven't figured out the number yet, I'm too fucking exact. I gotta loosen up with everything, even myself, I'm so fucking exacting. But journals from 93 all the way up to 2019, not every single year, but I've probably got about, at least, I didn't even count them, but it looks like I have probably at least 15 different notebooks over there, different size. And these are all the original ones. And so what my idea for this book, and now I'll do an ebook with it, is I'm gonna take like a I don't know, 20 or something, or 30, or just a chunk of journal pages, like from each one, like maybe like the first 5 or 10 pages from each journal book that I have, whatever ones it is. I'll start rattling off the numbers. So it's going to be a mix, so it'll be like 93, 94, 95, you know, 2001, 2003, 2008, 2009, like all, like the different years. I really like the idea, because it, you know, it covers everything, really, my, like, adult life. And I was going, and this one I grabbed today, I forgot, I had no idea, I was like, alright, which one am I going to look at today? And this is the one that is, I was keeping while the starts, like the month before, I think, me and my ex-wife separated, and for good. That was our last separation. We ended up getting divorced, and I knew it was going there after all that time. So this is the journal of me, that just happening, me leaving, you know, the house, and all that shit in here. So it's, I read some of it was getting ready. I was like, I'll just read it. I'm gonna read this first entry from 2008, November 13th, 2008, 0503 hours. Every night for the past 4 nights, I have been up till 5 a.m. trying to work, putting knives on my eBay store. I'm pretty fucked, kind of really bad right now. I'm living in such a disorganized manner in my aunt's office. All my clothes are in bags or baskets, and my books are in piles. My shoes, jackets, all my belongings are just stuck away, very fucked up. On top of my insane living condition, my heart, mind, soul, lungs to be back with my family and wife. She texted me about if I could come home and watch the dogs for her, that I was already living at my grandfather's already. We were not even together in this book, but I wasn't divorced yet. But it was a painful, hard time for me. I gotta be careful. I said, sure, why not? I go here, there. I said, sure, why not? I go here, there, displaced and brokenhearted. I've got to pull myself together fast, or this time I'll be down for the count. I felt kind of upright for a little while yesterday. Now I am turning back into the living dead again. It's 5:15 a.m. I am getting up at 8:15 a.m. I will pass out now. I'll try to anyway. My suicide factor was at about a 5 today. That is an improvement. The last few days I have been at a solid 8.5 to 9 on my 1 to 10 suicide, no reason to live anymore meter. Alright, well that one, so this 11:15:08, 12:40 hours. Well, I finally got some sleep. I didn't fall out till about 06:30 hours. That made 3 sunrises in a row that I saw before I had sleep. It was also surprisingly blank sleep, meaning no nightmares. I have been having a real tough time the past few weeks, and last week being the worst. My wife totally changed to a stranger who doesn't give a fuck about me. She is taking my kids, divorcing me, and being mean and cruel, as only she could. I was in shock. I trusted her for 15 years. 2 kids together. Well, I feel like I can get over this for the first time today. I have had to go and stay at my grandfather's where I lived when I met her, and I have a lot of good memories. So it was unbearable. I really came close to ending it all a few times. I cried. I cried so much in the past few weeks, I think my tear ducts are going to be empty for the rest of my life. Yesterday I had my last pathetic spectacle trying to talk to her and get her to just slow down with it all and stop being so over the top cruel. I truly thought I needed and wanted her friendship and companionship through this, and always. Pure and simple. I don't have people to confide in or look to for comfort with something like this at all, except her, and she knows it. She has many others. In my hour of most difficult, heartbreaking sadness, she wouldn't extend a hand to at least show the slightest bit of kindness. She doesn't even separate I am her kid's father. I didn't do anything. She just wanted an easier life. Money-wise. And blamed it on me. Well, I was there crying, been up for 57 hours yesterday. Her response was, I have been an anchor around her neck. And this, I still can't believe how cruel it is, what it is, and now I'm getting strength back. 15 years of life and real love have been ripped away from me out of me. My heart was torn out, of course. It hurt, but I made it through somehow. She has always underestimated me. I have not missed an hour of work or been 1 minute late through all of this. Now, my mission is strength, to rise above these ashes and evolve into a being that has eliminated all weakness from his life. Finances, physical, mental, discipline. I am going to achieve my goals. And it is a mind of steel. And number 6, to project strength, determination, discipline, and fierceness to all I meet. That's it. No, man, I mean, it doesn't bother me at all, 0% in any way, like those feelings, but it's so weird to remember the time gap and all that has even transpired, not, you know, it's been 10 years, and I'm like, you know, light years away from that, mentally and all that, and same thing, you know, the one thing that's always saved me in life, even, you know, as a kid, is the ability to live by myself, be by myself. Yeah, I think a lot of people get confused too, like, you know, they think or they used to, when I used to have, you know, people, friends and stuff, like, it was, like, why would somebody act like this, you know, if it wasn't true, you know, like, why would I make pretend that, you know, like, who the fuck would want to be like that, you know? I think I'm probably 22. Alright, last of the, hopefully, might be getting a new camera, just for the vlogging and video and stuff, maybe, but what time was it? It's 10 o'clock already. Alright, well, I'm going to stop. It has been my pleasure. And yes, talk is a disease, action is the cure. Talk is a disease, action is the cure. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope I entertained you. No, just kidding, being a wise guy. I have to make this real. Well, it feels real. I don't have to make anything. It feels real, but I know there's nobody there. It's the camera I'm talking to. But it feels like I have an audience every time I do this. And me and my delusional thinking, when I have my delusional thinking bouts here and there, which is magnificent, they can be magnificent. I think everyone's following me from the very first video. Each one, I take it, I think it's like there's like this academy or something that's watching me, you know, like making sure I don't say anything wrong or lie or hey, you said that something like this fucking bizarre thing my mind conjures up that's not real. I know it's not real. That's why I'm doing it. But there used to be a time where I couldn't separate some things from real and unreal, and then I would shut down or freak out, one of the two. And now that I'm a little bit older, mature, and wiser, and smarter, I can see, you know, in which ways to go and put the energy. And this, again, thank you for being part of my online video journal, my invisible friends, my invisible YouTubian friends. And see, now I'm in one of those moments where I don't want to shut up. I can keep going for probably 2 fucking hours if I wanted to right now. And I do want to, but the little camera couldn't take it. It would take probably at least a few months for the thing to upload. And I just, I gotta stop trying to get too much stuff into one thing and just get it out and boom. Alright, this is my third in a row, going for 7. I mean, the whole, and I'll probably keep it going, but I'm just, you know, when you have nobody, you've gotta invent somebody to be there with you, you know, and someone there to be like, you know, yeah, that's right, you do that, you know, right, yeah, okay, alright, and I have, not gonna get it, but, cause I'll be doing this shit again, you know, but I have, my, where did I put it? Here's a master copy. You're welcome. Pages are good in here. I got a number. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I got a number a lot of fucking shit tonight. See you tomorrow. Hopefully I'm going for 8, because I really want to get the live. I want to do the YouTube live thing, man. That'd be fucking wild. Because then I really know everybody's watching. Holy shit. I'm going to be fucking on the wall probably. Have to pull me down. But I'm not even fucking going near that idea. You know, see, because I know myself. You know, and I want to be on time for myself at like 8 o'clock. Make these for a couple in a row before I put the pressure for me to do a live one. But I am gonna, that's like very soon coming. I'm working hard on it to get my shit together so I can get everything organized. Finish that painting, coming out good. The pepper star for my daughter. Do a little more work on that today. Be done soon. But I am very much want to read the 2000. It's like it disappeared. I don't know where it went. My 2001 journal. That's the one I sold for $15 each. Again, as many as I could fucking print back in 2003. You know what it is? I just, okay, close to the time, half an hour, I've been trying to keep them, my little half an hour Jason show, alright, thank you, and don't fuck yourself by thinking weak thoughts and doing weak things, you know. Because you are your experiences, you know, and you are what you see over and over, and I believe that also too, that is, you are what you condition yourself, you know, and I really think, you know, too many people I know, I used to look at life in the world through, you know, what everybody else is probably thinking about me, you know, what I'm doing, where I'm at, and how I'm interacting with my world, and, you know, like, so I just, like, for a lot of years, up until a handful ago, and then I, you know, just each, for, you know, better, better. And as a result of, I can't think of any examples of it really clear, and I know this is at the end of it, and this just came out, you know. That's what happens, I come up with like a little thing I kind of form in my, I try, and then I, up here, and then like, sometimes I get some of it out, and other times like this other stuff just comes in, you know, and it's good stuff. Yeah, so you could either exist like that, which is really no existence at all, because what you're doing is you're existing for them, for us, for anyone who's not you. You know, that's what you're doing, because if everything you're doing is in an effort to gain approval and, you know, acceptance and, you know, want them to like you and talk good about you or whatever, so motivates you. You can't let that have any kind of motivating factors on what you want to do internally for you out there. And if you do, you know, that's you like a puppet. I just, you know, and the vast majority, I think, have that mindset of they not only are they in that present moment of how that's how they exist and conduct their lives based on all their actions and stuff are done based on cause and effect things that will affect them, how they'll affect them in front of the other people, or them, the other people, them people, doing things that aren't necessarily, you know, adhering to them and how they view you, and you want to look good in their eyes. Fuck, you know, they don't like what you're doing or whatever, but to modify or change or alter or just be somewhat, you know, not real with yourself to appease the majority. I don't know. You know, I'm not saying go live in a cave either. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that at the end of the day, what this old man has learned was that if you don't follow through the things for yourself that you really want to follow through on, and you take, say, a safer or more orthodox route, because that's it, it's just safer, more secure, well, chances are pretty much 100%, I would say, you're not going to be happy even if it works out, because that's not what your true inner thing wanted. You know, and the people don't have to be like, oh, 60, oh, you know, as I'm, you know, older, you know, you can change anytime, you know, so. Yeah, so that's it. So everyone, give me 50 push-ups, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Oof.